In this video, we're going to break down the 5 top biggest local SEO mistakes that I see. We're going to look at them in detail and understand them better so you don't have to waste years making the same errors and having a bad time. My name is Christian, and I've helped hundreds of local service companies rank well on Google Maps. For example, recently we've helped an appliance repair company increase their revenue by $15,000 a month using our process. Now let's begin this video by starting with a few points. Point number 1, not having your NAP in the footer. I see this mistake quite often. It's pretty common actually. People simply forget to do this. It is pretty easy to do, so it might sneak past you, but basically having the NAP in the footer usually makes a nice difference. For example, what do I mean by that? NAP means name, address, phone number. You want to have those 3 variables from your Google Business Profile down into the footer of the website. Now, I know your next question might be, hey Christian, what if I have multiple locations? And that's completely understandable. If you have multiple locations, all you have to do is add more businesses in the footer. So obviously, this might get quite crowded if you have too many locations. So try to be a little bit flexible with the font size. Make them a little bit smaller so you can fit everything in nicely and neatly. Another thing I wanted to mention is the Google Business Profile embed. It's really nice to have the embed on the landing page of the specific Google Business Profile. So for example, if you're using your homepage as a landing page of the Google Business Profile, you simply take your Google Business Profile's map embed and simply embed it on the homepage. Now there's a caveat here that you have to kind of keep an eye out for, and let me explain what that is. If you have a location page, for example, let's say you're an Austin plumber and you want to start talking about serving North Austin, in that case, that specific page, the map embed should be of North Austin, not of your Google Business Profile. So that's a small tip for you right there. By the way, if you want to learn more about these high-level tactics, then you should definitely join our Local SEO Academy, link in the description. Biggest mistake number 2 that I see is being too impatient. Yes, it's true, local SEO can kick in just 2 weeks, but that's a rare occasion. A lot of things have to go right. Your competition, your reviews, your authority, and even your location. On average, the reality is that it takes about 3 to 6 weeks to start seeing any actual movement on the maps. Now, consider this, by the way. If your business is in a high competition area, it will clearly take longer to rank. If you're a lawyer in the middle of Chicago, where everybody's spending $20,000 a month at least on SEO, you're going to have a really bad time. But if your business is in a low competition niche and also a lower competition area, then it's probably going to be much easier to produce results. So this is definitely something to keep in mind when planning your local SEO campaign. Biggest mistake number 3 that I see in local SEO, and that is having a bad location. Now this is actually quite a tough one because switching a location takes a ton of work. You might have to actually lease a new building, you might actually have to get some new documentation from the government, and it's quite a pain in the butt. But consider this, no amount of SEO work can fix a bad location. Let me explain what I mean by that. If your main customers are industrial customers and your Google Business Profile is located in a residential area, you're going to have a really bad time because your customers do not live in the area. And it goes the same way the other way around. If you serve residential customers and your Google Business Profile is near an industrial area, obviously the people near you are not residential customers. So your visibility will be quite limited and wasted to people that are not really qualified for your services. So this is definitely something to consider. It is the kiss of death because it doesn't matter how much local SEO you do. It doesn't matter how well your rankings increase. You're in the middle of nowhere where your customers don't live. Biggest mistake number 4 that I see, and that is not having the right primary category. Not only that, but not switching it when you have to. Let me explain. If your primary category is facials and you notice that the keyword spa gets a lot more search volume, then it's probably wise to change your primary category to spa to get more of that search volume. Now, another big problem that I see, especially in the medical industry, is a lot of people having the primary category of medical clinic. And this is even more important when people are specialized, like a podiatrist or a gastroenterologist or a psychiatrist. When you serve that specific niche, that's when your primary category should be the corresponding niche, because anyone may type medical clinic, but guess who's more qualified? People that type in gastroenterologist are way more qualified than people who type in medical clinic. So obviously you want to rank better for gastroenterologist. Another problem with these primary categories is actually not switching them when needed. For example, if your primary category as an HVAC contractor is HVAC contractor, you got to keep in mind the only people that search for HVAC contractor on Google are other HVAC contractors. Your customers, guess what they're searching? Probably AC repair or heating repair, right? So what you can do here, you can play this trick where in the winter, your primary category can be heater repair, right? But then in the summer, it can be AC repair. So this adjustment is quite important. Another thing to consider is if you have a lawn care company. In the winter, you can't cut any lawn, but what you can do is in the winter, you can switch your primary category from lawn care to snow removal. So you can get some more leads from that Google business profile. And the biggest mistake number 5 that I see is wasteful blog posts. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this one quite a few times before, but this is pretty straightforward. You're creating a bunch of blog posts on your site and you are a local service company. And guess what? None of those blog posts are localized. Not only that, but you haven't even finished your service pages. So this is definitely something to keep an eye out for. These blog posts can rank anywhere in America. So when you're writing these blog posts, make sure they're localized. If you are an Austin fence company, you have to talk about things Austin, anything about Austin and fence. This way you're telling to Google and you're giving Google a lot more context that you know what you're doing in the keyword fence company and Austin. But right now you have a few options. Option number 1, you can join our Local SEO Academy and learn more about these advanced strategies. Or option number 2, you can have me and my team do this for you instead of wasting years trying to figure out for yourself. The choice is yours to make. But if you want to learn more about local SEO, then you should definitely watch the next video.